The universe should be loud. Billions of stars, trillions of worlds, and yet nothing. No greeting, no warning, just silence. The Fermi paradox asks why. The dark forest theory has the answer, because every civilization is hiding. And if they're not, they're already gone.
Now that the silence may be broken, newly discovered comet, larger than any in recorded history, is hurtling toward us. Its speed unnatural, its trajectory impossible, and its core, it's reflecting more than light. It's sending something back.
Signals buried in the tail. Patterns that match no known language and no known physics. Is it a message or a weapon? In the dark forest, you don't announce yourself unless you're ready to strike.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's another alien episode. Comets, asteroids, Fermi paradox, all of it. Welcome to the dark side of the Fringe. I am, of course, Dr. Chicken. Find me at Bark and Cluck, and joined by the man, the myth, the legend, one who makes cowboy hats sexy again, and a big lover of Johnny Cash, apparently, Tony fucking G.
It is I, the 17-time revolutionary race podcast champion, non-chill filled, quadruple distilled, your blend master, sermons himself, Tony fucking G, back again with alien talk. We getting extraterrestrial on your asses.
And the first time live in appearance,
First
we've had
official
him in,
time, yes.
yeah, live, first time live in the flesh, digital flesh, if you were, the one, the only, Bill K.O.E.
Folks, it is I, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower, the prince and potentate of the political parlance. And now, folks, I am here to dive into the extraterrestrial as well as we have already covered in previous time with Tony G. I'm also the master of the ethereal. So who better to have than one Phil K.O.E. You can, of course, find me not only here on planet Earth, but also out in the wide, wide universe in places like K.O.E. Nation on YouTube, out in the galaxy of Twitter called K.O.E. Nation on Twitter-X, depending on your opinion on Elon this week. I'm also orbiting Jupiter at K.O.E. Nation on Twitch, and I am also falling in to ton 618 K.O.E. Nation on all amazing YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, everywhere that good content can be found. And now here on what is now the most important conspiracy theory and alternative theory show in all of existence, Dark Side of the Fringe, folks. I am glad to be here, gentlemen. Yes, Bill K.O.E. with a hostile takeover of the conspiracy realm. Let's do it, gentlemen.
So there you go, folks. It is real. He does exist, and this is how he is on every show we do, live or recorded. It doesn't matter. Phil is Phil. With that, like, before we get into all the crazy shit, so we
sorry, I could not help myself. But now, folks, we're not talking about terrestrial phenomenon, but we're going to a bit of a different realm, and I've been looking forward to this all week because, guys, we're talking aliens.
So
yeah, this is big.
Should we start with the new comment or end with the new? comment?
No, we got to start with that because this
Okay.
is kind of the whole basis of why this even came up as a topic, and
because it's pretty topical right now.
Yeah, it's topical enough. So I scroll Facebook, as many people do, and
holy shit, the conspiracy fucking reels are stupid.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. It's amazing, but it's ridiculous. But it's not even the reels. Like, I'll just be scrolling my news feed, and it'll be like suggested pages, and they'll have a thrown together one picture with a headline: "Alien invasion and imminent in November?" ? You know, it's like a Phil K.O.E. thumbnail. So it's like so now you want to know. So you click on the comments and you look for the link and you start trying to read it. And I've I've seen several of these now about this impending invasion that we're going to be experiencing. So I'm like, I didn't bother getting too hyped up about this because why would we? I mean, we've already seen amazing stock footage of a third world country landing on the moon. We've got Egyptian mummies allegedly made out of paper mache that we've had in the last few years. So this is no big news, right? I mean, the FBI and CIA basically confirmed that UFOs are extraterrestrial. So we're kind of past all that. So now we're moving on to just impending doom, and we're just going to accept that. So it's okay.
Can I give now, Chicken? Before you get the deep dive analysis here, let me give my initial thoughts here when I heard about this. It's like, oh, piece of space trash is moving a little bit faster than normal, and now our scientists somehow can read the piece of space trash's mind. It's like, oh, it's coming and it's pissed off at us. It's really mad. Oh, you better be worried because this piece of space trash is moving a little faster than we're used to, and it's really mad. Like, come on. Like, what are you talking about? Like, so that's my initial take.
So here we go. We're talking, if you don't know, you've been living under a rock or flying in space under a rock. We're talking 3I Atlas. It's the third interstellar object detected. So discovered July 1st, 2025. So this is very recent by surveying what is the Atlas system in Hawaii. So 3I is third interstellar. Atlas is where they witnessed it. So that's why it's 3I Atlas. This is only the third confirmed interstellar object. Its hyperbolic trajectory means it's not bound to the sun's gravity. So this thing is flying through our solar system, and the sun has nothing to do with why it's coming.
It's estimated between 10 and 20 kilometers in diameter and traveling at approximately 60 kilometers a second.
Yeah, so that's 7 miles wide for you Americans and 130,000 miles per hour.
Yeah.
That's fucking fast.
Yeah, it's
huge.
Hurtling.
Yeah, that's
big. Kind of like two giant heavenly bodies colliding, and the massive release of pressure sends a piece of debris hurtling through space. The reason this is unusual for us is because space is pretty empty. So you'd be shocked how little you get visitors from another place, because even if it's just a chunk of rock, because like when in Star Trek, Han Solo does we gotta do all these
no, you did not
just
fucking say that.
No, when he's talking about we gotta do all this calculations while we'll bounce off the supernova, you probably don't need to do that. Space is really empty. You can just pick a line and go.
Phil, you said Star Trek and Han Solo.
Oh, I thought I said Star Wars with Han Solo.
You sure didn't.
Well, even better. And
I tried to help you out, but you said no. I want to be wrong twice.
Yes, and I'll never forget that great lightsaber battle with Dr. Spock. That was great.
Well, thanks for joining us, Phil.
Anyway,
I'm kidding.
So this object does have a visible, what they call a coma, which we refer to as a tail. So it does seem like a comet actively shedding material. We'll get into more about that as we talk more. Closest approach to the sun is going to be October 30th, which on the moment it is on the opposite side, or like closest to the sun, we will be on the exact opposite side of the sun. So we will not be able to visually see it in that moment. It'll pass inside the orbit of Mercury, giving us a pretty good view. It'll exit our solar system afterwards, going God knows where.
Yeah, sometime in December is going to be its closest to Earth, is in December of 2020.
We're likely not going to be able to see.
It's like 150 million miles away. Or 240 million kilometers.
Its trajectory. It's going to be slightly thrown off by the sun, like a piece of very fast space trash. But now, assuming I'm wrong, let's just assume
flat earthers would speculate this is a piece of lighting just falling from its.
Of course. But to me, I think that's why this piece of space trash is coming into our galaxy, or our solar system, rather. I'm skeptical that this is alien life. I think the radio signal that we got from
Well,
let's
get there.
Story is the big one.
Don't jump the shark, Phil.
Yeah, the scientific consensus is majority of astronomers agree that it's a natural celestial body like a comet or an asteroid. There's a Harvard astrophysicist who suggests it could be a technological artifact. It's not widely accepted, of course. But the speculation coming from Loeb's hypothesis was misinterpreted and exaggerated on social media, leading to the false claims of an alien invasion. Hence what I was alluding to earlier. However, there is currently no evidence to support the idea that it's anything other than a natural object. So in summary, there's no scientific basis for the claim of an alien invasion. It's being imminent. Scientific community continues to study to learn more about its composition and origin, but there's no reason to believe it poses a threat. Now, but isn't that the message they would tell us if they wanted to keep us calm and unscared?
So here's the real reason, like anybody who's paying attention to space shit. So this is weird on a few levels. This is not normal in the scientific community. When you talk to this guy from Harvard, it's really fast. So the last two interstellar objects, one was 58,000 miles per hour. The other one was 100,000 miles per hour. This one's 130. So it's slingshotting through way faster than anything we've ever seen. Now, granted, it's interstellar. It's only the third one we've detected. So who knows? Maybe this is fucking slow for interstellar and we just got lucky so far. But the energy that would force it to come fly through here that fast is incredible from everything that we have. So that's suspicious. The second thing, most of the time they're smaller. Nothing's usually more than 3 miles wide. This thing is 7 miles end to end, with the big core of it being over 3 miles, but 7 miles long, which is super large to be traveling that fast. So whatever ejected it and sent it into space was fucking extremely violent, and something crazy happened.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't match a normal comet either. So it's got the tail like we mentioned earlier, but it's not outgassing like you remember Hail Bob and all the other ones. Mm-hmm. It's this nice perfect tail. It's not doing that. It doesn't match that. It does eject shit off of it, but because of its weird shape and it's spinning as it's going this fast, it doesn't keep this like very common tail. So it's super weird. Doesn't make sense. So that makes them wonder what it's made out of too. Like if it's not giving off the same tail and it spins this weird, why isn't it breaking apart? How old is it? Like there's all these questions that like come into mind.
It was made for space travel at that velocity, chicken,
apparently.
because it's boarded by interstellar travelers who want to assassinate us.
Yes. The other thing, hold on, I got two more. Hold on, Phil, I got two more things.
That's where all the conspiracies are coming through. That's all I was going to say.
I got two more things, and then we can get into all the crazy conspiracy thoughts. The trajectory that this thing doesn't line up with what they call the galactic plane. So it just doesn't seem like they were saying it was a 0.002% chance that this object not only would enter our solar system and pass by and not hit any planet and sneak beside so many planets and be on the opposite side of the sun from us to where we can't visually see it as good as we would want to, is just way too weird. And like the percentage of this ever happening is so small. Again, not hitting anything. Nobody's orbits are going to be able to pull this thing. It's like it was like designed to fly right through its trajectory. If you were going to fly through as an alien with a probe, this is how you would want to do it, is what a lot of people are saying. It doesn't necessarily make it artificial, but it is a very low likelihood. The last thing, so they call this the Avi-Loeb factor. Loeb points out the object this big, this fast, with this trajectory, consistent with an artificial solar sail or probe, especially if its acceleration changes near the sun, which is predicted to happen. So there, not just gravity can explain how this is going to shake and change. And because of what it's made out of, they're questioning. No, it's like astronomers say, no, it's a rock ice ball, but they're watching closely just in case, because they think some different things could happen depending on what this thing's made out of. If it's not just a rocky, icy ball, and what gravity will do to this as it starts passing through, say, Jupiter and Sun, and at this speed, everything they're suggesting, it's not going to hit anything, it's not going to cause any damage, but it really seems extremely strange. The spectrum reflectivity, the rotation rate, it's all fucking, none of it makes any sense with what you see with any other space debris. So with that, let's talk conspiracies.
If you were to send, like you said, if you were sending a military or reconnaissance probe through our solar system in a way that we wouldn't notice as a civilization, like you said, this would be a good trajectory to do it. So, the mind goes insane. Is this actually a probe just meant to find out what's here, to prepare us for who knows what? Who knows what kind of aliens we'd be running into? Which, that's one possibility. Now, what's funny is whatever planets are on the other side of the sun when this thing flies through the solar system, that's where the new conspiracy theories are going to come from for the next 20 years. Well,
seed life.
Yeah, when that like, to me, I wouldn't even go that far. It's just an interstellar trucking company. Just dropping off some stuff at our colony here. All right, how you doing, Bob?
It was an Amazon drone.
Yeah, it's interstellar Amazon, basically dropping off. I'm not even going that far. Oh, they're seeding life, because there's potential for life, but I'll get into one theory for one of the many potentialities of our universe once we're done discussing this. But I'm curious, Tony, how's this smell to you, soldier?
Well, it's one of those stories that it's so easy to manipulate the headline, like I've alluded to a couple times already. It looks so intriguing when you're scrolling your social media and you see somebody reshare this, or it's on a suggested page, and now you're like, okay. And that's what drew me to it. I'm like, oh, this is perfect, because this is exactly what we like to discuss. But as soon as you start looking at it, there's nothing that suggests that this is extraterrestrial life on a spacecraft, other than the irregularities that we're seeing, that it's so different or fast or what have you. But like you said, Chicken, there's so few to gauge that on a scale of. How do you gauge that? But at the same time, Bill, you mentioned the vastness of space is so very, very empty. Who's to say it's not? So we're just sitting here scratching our head, because at the end of the day, we are just on a giant ball spinning, floating through space. So what's to say what's coming hurtling towards us at speeds and velocities and sizes that we can even truly comprehend? We know that life can come from many different possibilities. So what we don't understand about the unknown portions of the universe is essentially endless. We comprehend what it takes for life in our small little fingernail speck of dirt, but what's beyond our comprehension and possible knowing out there, I mean, the possibilities could truly be endless.
To your point there, Tony, so we understand our universe to the level and to the degree that we've studied, and this is the only third interstellar object that we've witnessed and actually paid attention to, which is very recent for us as a species. Right. We have not done this before. So just in the last couple decades, we've witnessed 3 now. So this has probably been happening quite often, and so we don't know prior to this. Now I take this back to what's the smallest star that we know of. So the smallest star that we know of is about 600,000 light years away. It's the size of Saturn. It's a very small star, which
Basically a
barely
pale star.
could hit fusion levels. So if you think about a galaxy that small, and then or a solar system, sorry, that's that small, probably has smaller rocks and planets spinning around it, and say they could hold life. And there was a mini Earth that was like the size of our moon, and then obviously population smaller and things are a little bit, density's different, and then maybe they only witness things going through their galaxy or their solar system at 10,000 miles per hour, because things just move slower there because it's so small. And is this a relativity thing? Is this a because of where we are and how big we are or how small we are, that we just don't understand and fathom these things? I could easily chalk this up to we're in our little bubble. If you do, I can't remember what they call it, but there's around our solar system, way far beyond what we could ever imagine. There's
Oort cloud.
The Oort cloud, and that protects us way more than we fucking understand of the crazy shit that happens out in space. And so beyond that Oort cloud, you start thinking well, fuck, man, how hard? Something 130,000 miles per hour. That doesn't seem crazy to me when you think about the vastness beyond the Oort cloud and out there in fucking space that we don't understand. I'm sure there's shit flying fucking 10 times faster.
The reason it's so
we
crazy
just never
is
spot it.